Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing?
Hello.
Hello. We're joined today. So Martin's back with us. Oh, he's over that side. Oh, this is confusing. I always get confused by this. And Nick. Good morning, Nick. Nick here today with Zatu Games. So, because you are one of their...
You've written a discount correctly this time.
That's because I wrote this one. Martin wrote the... Not this Martin. The other Martin wrote the other one. Yeah, and so you are obviously board game consultant with Zatu Games.
Yeah.
And I have to say, Nick, it looks like you've taken a morning jolly out to Barnard Castle there. Is that okay?
As you can see, I've got the specs on, but I just want to check that they're still in, I don't think my Specsavers is open yet, so this is just a quick way for me to see.
Fair enough. A brief 300-mile drive, yeah, good. Nicely done, Nick.
I can't quite tell though, so I think I'm going to need to go to LA as well.
Drive? That will test your eyesight.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's enough politics for this early in the morning, isn't it?
I've been up since 4 a.m. What?
Yeah, not by choice.
You actually look like you've been actually.
Yeah, I feel like I'm at a real convention at the minute because Grayson is teething, so I'm just like, he's up every couple of hours.
And I'm always biting you at conventions, so it's exactly the same.
Exactly, yeah. Great.
I'm drunk.
Wow. So it is day 2 of BGTC UK VC. Every time.
Just rolls off the tongue, yeah.
If you missed it last night, T-shirts have been launched. This year's T-shirts. We have a fancy new ordering form that hopefully will mean less errors, because often what we do is just we leave it to people to put in, I want this colour in this size, but not all colours are available, like all sizes, so we end up having to go back and say, I'm really sorry. But hopefully this new clever form will let you know exactly what is and isn't available. So get on there. It's just it's hosted on the Aircon website, so it's aircon, airecon.uk/t-shirts.
I think I'm going to pop my T-shirt cherry this year.
Hey, there's also
they're really nice design.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah. You can see it on the screen, or if you watch it on Facebook, you can see it on the screen just about here where my hand is. That's the logo that's going on in various different colours, and zip-up hoodies for the first time as well, which I might give myself.
And polo shirts and patches are being worked on as well.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think they're going to be part of this order, but they will be done.
And for those of you that are prices as well.
Yes, at reasonable prices. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning, folks. Where is my cooked breakfast? It is a convention. Yeah, that's true, Tony. I always say whenever I'm at conventions where we stay over in hotels, I'm like, I'm only going to have one cooked breakfast. The others I'm going to just try and have normal breakfasts, and then have like 12 cooked breakfasts. It's too tempting.
2 every day, yeah.
Especially the Hilton breakfast is very good. I'm already getting some Zatu love, Christopher. I love Zatu. Picked up some great stuff from them, which is good.
Oh. Hopefully it wasn't one of the bloggers.
So Nick, you're a board game consultant. So what does that actually entail? Do you choose what stock they bring in, or?
This is my beef with Andrew. So I started freelancing originally, and then Andrew Keel came on the team, and we went down to headquarters, had the big tour. We ran through the warehouse like kids at Christmas, while all the regular staff were like, "You want to go to the warehouse again?" We were like, "Yeah, can we just set up in there?" And so then we came away, and we have various tasks that we get asked to do, and Zatu are kind of going in quite a lot of different directions. So one of them is they've got UK distribution of Clinic and Skytest, so we were asked to maybe reach out to retailers, see if they wanted to stock those. So we made the point that actually we need some kind of title rather than blogger. Blogger, I think, was our official title. Freelancer. But Zatu, they like to call people executives. So the first one that came back was like kind of content and marketing executive. So I said, well, content and marketing consultant, that kind of feels like what we do, because we do the blogs, we do talk about marketing, etc., etc. But Andrew felt that blew smoke right up his ass. So I said, well, what should we go with? And I made some suggestions, and so we went with the totally non-blowing smoke up the arse of board game consultant, which is quite fitting because there aren't a huge amount of people at Zatu who have the knowledge that Andrew and I do of board games. They've got quite a broad, like they have all the Hasbro games, all the mass market stuff. So in some ways it feels quite fitting until you come back into the board game world and then you're like, I don't know anything, and I've got this amazing title. I really like the apart from all the willies on it, I really like the background that Simon did for the aircon quiz that has I'm a board game consultant spelled all wrong.
Yeah, unfortunately I don't think I have that one available at the minute. I can put you on a beach
basically we needed something to go on our emails, and I was less bothered about what it said than Andrew did. I would have happily gone for marketing and content consultant. And the trouble is now I feel like Zatu could go, oh, we've got these board game consultants, they can do this, and this, because that all fits under that title. Whereas before it's like, is that marketing content? I'm sorry. But yeah, so essentially it's that is the title. They are a very title-centric company.
Okay.
Definitely everyone has a title. So that's how it came up, yeah.
Cool. You didn't fancy content creator, because then like you could have, people would be like, oh, who's a content creator? Like, well, I'm an official content creator.
Content creator consultant.
Yeah.
I really wasn't too, as long as it kind of had something about what we were doing. And like I said, when I started out, I was doing a lot of writing of blogs. Now I'm mainly editing other people's blogs, which is I'm quite enjoying that, actually. Yeah. It's one of the nice things.
Well, it's something pretty sort of unique that Zatu have done because they obviously are primarily online. They do have a shop now in Norwich, somewhere in Norfolk kind of area.
Yeah, they've also just discovered the moon in Norwich as well, so it's exciting times all round.
But we were kind of talking to some of the guys yesterday that started with bricks and mortar stores and then they've moved online. But Zatu being online, it's interesting that they've kind of started with this community side that you and Andrew and a couple of other guys have been kind of pioneering, really.
Yeah, well, I got into it through the devil himself, Martin Poole. So when Board Game Exposure started, he was writing for Zatu, and I went on and saw they had a little application. So now I think I'm the longest serving member of the blogging team, including the paid worker at Zatu who runs it. Cool. But so that's pretty interesting. But yeah, they started, and at the minute it's stronger than it's ever been. I think we have about 30 bloggers. And myself and Andrew as kind of paid freelancers, and then 30 others, and a waiting list of 30 people. Yeah. And I don't know if you've been on Zatu recently, but now they do video game. They're selling video games as well, and this is something they want to repeat on the video game side of their site. So we have a lot of people on Instagram and other shops will know this, will contact you and say, I've got a growing following, can I have some games? So it's quite nice to be able to kind of push them down that route and say, well, obviously they do work with some Instagram people when the following is there, but growing following, I mean, I've used it myself. It's usually when you went from 20 to 30 in one day and you were really excited. But it's really nice because a lot of the guys on there do their own content as well. And we're all on a Slack channel together. And if you ever see Zatu at convention, most of the people who are running that booth and aren't behind the till will be bloggers who, Zatu will get us an Airbnb together. So after the convention doors shut, we go and just play games, have takeaways together. So it's a really nice side of it. And obviously bloggers get discount as well. And what Zatu do, which is really nice for them, is there's a raffle every month. So if you're really active in producing content, you get your name in the raffle a lot, and you might win. This is a voucher start of £50 off. So off your next order. So yeah, it's quite a nice one, and I've met loads of people through that. Tom, the Honest Meeple, really good friends with him now. And there's loads of new guys coming in there that are really, really good. And you learn quickly. Like early days, lots of people were about what could they get out of it, but now the team's really about the team. So that's been really nice, and it's kind of like another little mini community I have on top of Trade and Chat and the other ones I'm involved in. So yeah.
Cool. It seemed that Zatu expanded really rapidly, and that is how they did it. They kind of went to the community and essentially invited people to add content, which was something that it didn't seem that any other store had actually done that or used the community in that way before. And at one point, it felt like everybody I knew was in some way contributing to Zatu.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, for myself and Martin, it's been an important, Martin Poole, it's been an important stepping stone for us getting involved. It was one of the ways.
You guys look like you're becoming one person, by the way. I mean, if you put Martin next to you, I'd be hard pushed to pick who was who.
Yeah. Except I'm a lot ruder and brash in my opinions. So,
wow.
No, yeah, like I say, Martin was the big driving force behind a lot of things, and I kind of rode in his waves for a while. But through Zatu, kind of went off in my own direction, and when I started freelancing, basically I said to them, "Oh, do you know any companies?" Not thinking retailers at all, thinking publishers. Be a social media person for them. And they came back to me, so that was really nice, But yeah, they've definitely got something. I know some of the other sites used to do it, but they didn't seem to push it the way Zatu did. So there was blogs around and reviews around, but yeah, like I say, you had to kind of know they were there, or you had to go onto their site and go, oh, what blogs do they do? So yeah, and now it's one of those things where, because we've got 30 people on there, it'd be hard to catch up, but we've also got a waiting list of 30 people, so there's people who want to do it.
It feels like it's intrinsically linked. It's like you've got a shop and you've got this like blogging side of the company as well, and they're two arms of the same beast. It's not just a shop that blogs. It certainly feels like you've actually invested in that side of it.
Yeah, definitely. And they're trying to do more and more YouTube as well, and like I say, because it's been so successful on the board game front, they're wanting to repeat it as they move into video games as well. They've got a small selection at the minute, not massive, but that's certainly something they want to do. And some of our board gaming bloggers are keen video gamers as well, as you can well imagine.
Yeah,
sure. It's that scares me a little bit though, writing a video game review. I wanted to try it for that Control. It's the Remedy one where you've got this telekinesis powers, and then they didn't sell it, so I was like, I can't do that one, because it's totally different to writing a board game review in terms of kind of what you would focus on and stuff. So yeah, it's a bit scarier, that one.
And they've also sort of started moving into distribution as well, haven't they? Recently with, was it Clinic and Skytier?
Yes. Yeah.
Skytier? Skytier.
Let me get this right. God tier, Skytier, tear.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
Sky is rich.
You've also offended Martin in the comments by saying he looks like Nick. He's saying he needs to go on a diet.
And grow a sense of humour. So I love it when you're on video and they're in the comments, because you've just got there's no comeback. Yeah. So Clinic and Skytier. So Clinic had a limited UK distribution with Asmodee. I think they had 100 copies, and now it's all through Zatu. And Skytier is all through Zatu as well. And they've got a Kickstarter fulfillment package as well, which hoping to see some bigger Kickstarters on this year. We were involved with that Youthia, the RPG one, that's done quite well. So I think that's probably our biggest to date. And as a freelancer, I dabble in bits of those projects as well, so it's quite interesting. So I've had to learn, like, for me, the biggest learning point is the business side. Like, I'm not I understand business sides of things and the need to make money, but that's not my kind of primary driver when it comes to board games.
Yeah.
So for me, it's been really interesting as a nearly 40-year-old kind of doing a bit more learning at school and learning about, the way they run their business as well, which there's some things where I go like, oh, you should be doing this, or this. And they're like, actually, we're doing this because of this, and this. And I'm like, oh. So now I'm going backwards and instead of making suggestions or willy-nilly, I'm like, okay, let me hear the reasons why you're doing that. Yeah. And then that's quite good, because if I do have a good idea, I can argue it on business reasons, not just board game reasons.
Yeah. Let me ask you about the, you may not know this, Nick, but so Zatu, you look at the web address and is it board-games?
Yeah.
Why are they disconnected in that regard?
I don't know how that happened originally, but you can get there. If you type zatu.co.uk now, it will go to, it will. So so on all our advertising now, it does say zatu.co.uk. I wonder if it just took a while to get that. Or if my suspicion, and let's make an urban myth, is that before they had the name, they had the website address.
Yeah. That's okay.
And then they went about getting the address afterwards. But yeah, zatu.co.uk will work, but it kind of heads back to that one.
Okay. What does Zatu actually mean?
Let's.
Another urban myth coming.
Nothing. Yeah. One day, the wise elders from the Zatu tree in Lower Norwich fields were all smoking the grass of that field. No, it was a name that got bandied around in a naming meeting, and it was the one that everyone liked.
Wow.
It's really boring, yeah.
It probably took him a while to get the name, because I don't know how true the stat is, but all web addresses that are 4 letters .com certainly have all gone now. Like someone's just gone through and tried every 4-letter combination and bought as many of them as they can.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Certainly all the 3-letter ones have gone.
Z will appear at the top if you relist the backwards the alphabet list, won't it? Yeah. So AA Games have gone. So
yes.
It's not even when I've tried to make a kind of, what's it called? Mark will know the clever thing. You have them in your quizzes where each letter.
Acronym.
Oh, an acronym, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was something else. I thought an acronym
Nick
was.
Join in on the bloody quiz tonight, because it's going to make me feel much better.
I won the last one. I'm on a roll. I beat Sam Healy to death with my trivia knowledge.
But you still went down though, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a mixed night. I went down on the total chart because I took that night's percentage, but I won that night.
Board of betterness.
Oh, nice.
Sam Healy down at the bottom, unfortunately. That's YouTube's Matthew Jude, Paula Deming, Chaz Marler, Nick. Me Prakenia is the name we came up with.
How far did I go down?
Just one. You were in here before.
What's my percentage?
56 now. You were 59, and that's Mike Delisio, aka Mr. Delicious. That's Z Garcia, and then Luke Pryor up at the top there, who's also in the chat.
Wow.
Saying he's not used to seeing Nick without rude backgrounds. I thought we ought to try and keep it family friendly.
We're after the 9 o'clock watershed though. So that's how that works, isn't it?
That's right.
Apparently Zatu was a badly dubbed 70s French kids program.
I mean, I was going to mention that, but I thought it wasn't appropriate.
Yes. Yes, the founder of Zatu was a fan of half that program, so that's how Zatu.
And have you heard from the team?
First break, he turned it off.
Have you heard from the team at all, kind of what effect this has had, all this lockdown on orders and how people are shopping? And stuff?
So from that team, yeah. So it's like Christmas every day in two of their sections are just getting staff drafted into all the time. That's the warehouse. Although the warehouse you can't draft too many staff into because of social distance rules. I love the warehouse as well because some of them wore ponchos to keep warm. Brilliant. Can't be unhappy in a poncho, as we all know. And we customer service is the other one because everyone's like, "Where's my delivery?"
Yeah.
which is I think like one day they'd cleared it all out and the next day they had 500 emails on customer service.
Wow.
And as we all know, we know we're not very patient as board gamers, but I've been amazed at my deliveries, not just from Zatu, but from everywhere, from people online and from shops, getting through within a week of, I've never had to wait a week more than an order, really. But a lot of people do get skitty and check on their orders quite soon after they've been ordered. So yeah, it's just one of those things that if you've got a business and a customer service set up, you have to, and things happen, things get delivered, things get bashed. So I man the Instagram, which we don't have any customer service on, so I have to send people forward to the phone number, and had people losing out on Royal Mail or whoever delivered it there with a big down the side.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
that's not good. I'm still waiting on my. I know he's probably still in the chat. I'm still waiting on my promo paradise, which I've got to say.
I am.
Yeah, me too.
He said he was in the queue for an hour posting my promo paradise. I still haven't received it. So it's put me off Kickstarter for life, basically. The experience of that. But
Nemesis Kickstarter yesterday, the other day.
Bonkers. Yeah, it's all good.
And then it was going down. Did you see it when it was because someone filmed it and the numbers were all going down? So all the backers, when you usually log in and it's counting up, it obviously gone wrong and it was just plummeting, which obviously wasn't the real stats, but it looked like it was like the worst Kickstarter ever.
Nemesis by Golden Bell. No, that's not it. No, Nemesis by Awaken Realms, very good company, and it looks like.
Have you heard this guy who was in politics, Dominic Collins? He's now a consultant with Golden Bell, I think.
I mean, they can't possibly get worse, so.
But we'll moving swiftly on, as they say.
Yeah, before we get a libel against us.
I'd like to complain about Martin. So Zatu always known for very good prices. Anyway, but as you can see on the screen, this weekend offering an extra 5% off with the code Board Trade Chat 5, all one.
That 5. Yeah.
All one.
Yeah, which was quite pleased about because we didn't know what any of the other retailers would do, and it seemed we're all on the same wavelengths with discount codes. So it's quite, it's one of those even though I have no say over the pricing at the cons, whenever we go to a convention at Zatu, I now get that fear of what's everyone else doing, and people forget that Zatu haven't done cons for Tabletop 2 years ago was our first con. UK Game and Chat last year was the first time we'd done Trade Chat. Aircon this year was the first Trade and Chat UK Games Expo. See, I equate them. Aircon this year was our first year officially at Aircon. We did a kind of little demo thing the year before. So and they're still quite a young company, So they're finding their feet with cons, definitely. But they're always bringing the demo tables because we've got the big blogging team. And that's been nice with lockdown. Is we got together as a blogging team the other day and had an online gaming session. When I found out Rallyman was on Board Game Arena, I was like, let's do Rallyman. And now they're all 4 people played it with have ordered it now.
Nice.
Very good.
It's funny. I did get a reputation as a good salesman when I worked in not Game. Who did Game buy? I worked for them. I can't even remember.
Electronic Boutique?
No. The grey. I worked for them.
Game Station?
Yes, Game Station. Yeah.
I remember that with Babe Station. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had to separate them. We did have a day when SingStar was released, when all the blokes went in drag, and I had a sparkly sequin. I've got the photo somewhere. It was amazing.
Lovely.
I had to change into a dress because wearing my wife's dressing gown, a wig, makeup, and a hairband, people didn't think I understand that I was in fancy dress, even though next to me everyone else was in drag. They thought just me being me in Scarborough. So I had to get changed into a dress.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, we'll crack on. Thank you so much for your time, Nick. I know you're probably busy and fighting off kids at this time in the morning.
He's on Call of Duty.
But it's been a pleasure. Thank you again for sorting out this discount code. So everyone head over to board-game.co.uk or zatu.co.uk and
not Zatu.
Not Zatu. Don't Google that. Just trust me. Google Babe Station before you Google Zatu.
Oh dear me.
Go check out the Zatu Facebook page. Nick and Andrew have been doing a bunch of fun stuff on there and fun videos, and particularly the one where we played that game with the thing. That's probably your best one that you've done because I was on it.
The game with the thing. Which game was that?
That game. Wavelength.
Oh, Wavelength. Andrew still doesn't know how to play it. That is the universal symbol for Wavelength.
If you ever have to do board game charades, Wavelength. There you go. But it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much, and we will see you around. Bye.
Yes.
Take it easy. Bye.